Yo, what's up guys, it's Jack and welcome back to another video. And I figured since the Infinite Warfare is pretty much irrelevant, that it definitely can't hurt to make a video about a COD 2017 wish list. And without overdoing it on the commentary and keeping it within the length of the video, I'm going to get right into this because there's 20 things in specific that I want to talk about. And let's get straight into this without wasting any more time. Number one, movement, and the game should be boots on the ground. And as far as movement is concerned, I think unlimited sprint and slide should stay, and boots on the ground is something that has been requested from the community for a while now, and quite frankly, if they don't do this, it's going to probably kill COD at this point. So the base game movement, keep it boots on the ground. Unlimited sprint and slide are something that I don't hear any complaints about, and I think they should stay. So there you have it. Moving on to number two, no weapon flinch. How many times have you shot a person first and they manage to shoot back right before they die, and then they get a lucky headshot and you're instantly dead? I think it's something that's annoying. Call of Duty is definitely not a simulator, it's an arcade shooter, so therefore weapon flinch should not be allowed in the game. Make the game look realistic, sure, but it doesn't mean that it necessarily has to play like a like it's reality shooting. Okay, so no weapon flinch, and it's something that's also been requested from the community for a while. Number three, adjust lag compensation. Now, the reason why I say adjust it is because lag compensation is actually something that's part of Call of Duty. Without lag compensation, the game actually wouldn't run properly, but it should be adjusted to a point where it's really low and hardly noticeable. Lag compensation can break a game, like Modern Warfare Remastered has ridiculous lag compensation. You're behind cover and then somebody shoots you and you're still dead even though you're behind cover, even though you shot at them first and then got behind cover. There's rubber banding going on, and it's something that, you know, you shoot first, you die first. Nobody wants that. So let's lower the lag compensation back to, like, let's say how it was in Modern Warfare 2 or COD 4. And there you go. Number four, a good time to kill. Again, another game killer. If the time to kill is too fast, it's going to ruin the gameplay. Nobody's going to be moving around. It's just going to be another COD Ghosts all over again. And that's one of the things that killed COD Ghosts. And that's another thing that's kind of ruining Modern Warfare Remastered also as well, is the fact that the time to kill is too fast. And even Infinite Warfare, it wasn't as bad as Ghosts, but still really fast. And in Advanced Warfare, it was pretty fast, not as bad as Ghosts, but they take it up to another level to a point to where it's better, like Black Ops 3. Then we're in good shape. And then you have that gunfight aspect that, you know, rewards the person that has the better gun skill as opposed to randomness. There's randomness in Call of Duty, sure, but there shouldn't be any more added to it, which could break it. There you go. Number five, no specialists. I think something else should be invented to take its place, or we can go back to nothing being added at all, or you can do something like, I don't know, bring back the Modern Warfare 3 specialist package. I don't hear anybody complaining about that. So there you go. Specialists was something that was influenced by Destiny, and I think Call of Duty is good enough to where it could be influenced by itself. So add something in that is Call of Duty-esque as opposed to something else. Now, I'm not saying Call of Duty is so good that it can't take influence from other games, but not to that extent. All right, let's move on to number six. No weapon variants, period. But if there absolutely has to be weapon variants, which there shouldn't be, like, give us a reason, another reason to Prestige. Unlocking weapon variants at Prestige is the way to go. Or through, not through challenges, because that's going to alter people's playstyle, but let's say through another way, not through crypto keys, because they're going to make it absolutely ridiculous. You know, find a reasonable way to do it, and no supply drops. So, but that's going to be something that's going to be discussed in later on in the list as well. Number seven, weapon balance. Advanced Warfare used to be called Battle of Duty, and in some ways it still is. And out of all the weapon variants and all the base weapons in the game, there's only about 5 to at the very most 7 weapons that are usable in the game and that are competitive. I think they could have done better. I think weapon balance should be improved. Now, every Call of Duty has, you know, weapons that people gravitate towards because they're really good. That's part of the Call of Duty formula, sure. But I think there should be other weapons out there that should be usable as well, and at least viable. And in Advanced Warfare, there was a big problem with that. So I think they need to focus on that and improve it. All right, moving on to number 8. Keep the 3-lane map structure. Keep it balanced to where it's not too closed, not too open, not too campy, but not too rushy either. So keep it really balanced. Keep the circulation moving great, and we should be fine. Number 9, new class system, or pick 10. Now, No pick 13. Pick 13, although wasn't that bad, it could, leave the score streak separate from the class system. And if pick 10 is something that they're going to shy away from, which according to rumors is happening, I think they should go back to the original create a class system and with pro perks. Now, why pro perks? Simply because the community wants pro perks. They miss them greatly, and I think you should give the people what they want. There you go. Number 10, no skill-based matchmaking in pubs. Need I say more? Number 11, score value should be the same as Treyarch. For instance, let's say in Advanced Warfare you're playing kill confirmed. You get a kill, it's 50. That's fine. Then you collect a tag, it's 50, when it should be 100. And if you deny a kill, it should be 25. So there you go. Or in Infinite Warfare, you capture a flag in domination, it's 150 as opposed to 200. There you go. All right, let's move on. Oh, and TDM should be bumped up to 125. So let's get that hashtag 125 TDM going. Let's move on to number 12. Bring back the Moab and the DNA, but at 25 streaks instead of 30. I think Infinite Warfare has it at 25 as well. That's fine. But Advanced Warfare had the DNA at 30, so let's scale it back down to 25. I think it's perfectly balanced. I don't hear anybody complaining, whether they're a noob or a pub star. I don't hear anybody complaining about 25. Although I did hear a few complaints that 30 is a little overkill, and those 5 kills can make the difference. So, all right, let's move on to lucky number 13. Supply drops should be cosmetic only. Need I say more? I don't have anything else to say about that because it's pretty self-explanatory. Number 14, no cheesy perks or attachments, i.e. high caliber, danger close, noob tubes, etc., etc. So high caliber, for instance, on the Shiva, it's a one-hit kill to the head. I'm very against that, especially when there's weapons like snipers that you can use. There you go. Danger close, nobody likes danger close. I don't think explosives should be any more explosive than they have to be. And noob tubes are annoying as hell, and they reward easy kills, and it's easy enough to kill in Call of Duty, so therefore no more randomness needs to be added to the game than there already is. All right, let's move on to number 15, good spawns. Spawns can make or break a game, as you guys know, and if the spawn system is messed up, kind of like it was in Ghosts, for instance, or even how it is in Modern Warfare Remastered, the spawn system isn't stable, and Treyarch has done a tremendous job in the last few games. Actually since Black Ops 1, 2, and 3, I mean, the spawn system has been really, really good, and I know it's something that's pretty difficult to get down, but it's something that is extremely, extremely important in a Call of Duty game, and the spawn system is something that needs extra attention in order to get done right, because if it's not, then it's literally game breaking, just like bad maps are game breaking. And again, it's very easy to break a Call of Duty game, but to make it good enough to where it could actually be called a good Call of Duty game, that is very difficult, and one of those major things are spawns. All right, let's go on to number 16, no crutch perks. Another reason to remove weapon flinch from the game. Because if they add toughness into the game, if they bring that back, everybody's going to be using it. It's a crutch perk. It shouldn't be used. I personally think sound whoring, if everything else, like the spawns and everything and the maps are done correctly with the game, and if that looks good, I don't think sound whoring should be in the game. Now, some people may disagree, but if there is sound whoring in the game, at least let dead silence counter it completely. So, because if there is sound whoring to a certain degree to where it's absolutely necessary, again, it's a crutch perk. Everybody's going to be using it except for the people that don't have headsets or the people that are so newbie at the game that they don't know about it, like I did when I first started playing Call of Duty like 7 years ago or whatnot. So sound whoring, I think, shouldn't be in the game. There's plenty of things in the game to make you aware as it is. So, but if there is, and if it's absolutely a necessity, then at least let it be countered completely. There you go. All right, moving on to number 17, improve the prestige system. I don't think there should be any penalty for prestiging at all. I don't think you should lose anything. And as a matter of fact, I think prestiging, there should be an influence to want to prestige beyond just unlocking new things like possibly weapons or something like that. How about extra XP bonus for prestiging or getting to a certain prestige? Or, more different calling cards, or more camos for every prestige, things like that. The sky's the limit. I just came up with those at the top of my head, and some of those are already being used to a certain extent in the game, but I think they can go further into it. Keep giving us reasons to prestige. I don't think there should be any penalty for prestiging, really. It's kind of pointless at this point. You know, when prestiging was a new thing, okay, that's one thing. But prestiging is definitely not a new thing. Every single first-person shooter out there is pretty much doing a prestige system, more or less. So I don't think there should be a penalty. Instead of a penalty, there should be a reason to want to prestige and to continue to prestige. All right, number 18, challenges that cater to every playstyle. This is something that's not a necessity, but I think it could be cool, and it goes with number 17 in a sense. It gives you a reason to keep wanting to play. So I think there's a good amount of challenges in the game, but for instance, let's say you want to unlock a camo. I think instead of having headshots for that camo, which forces people that don't play hardcore to play hardcore. I'm not saying there's not anything wrong with hardcore, but people play core because they like core, and people play hardcore because they like hardcore. I don't think people should be forced to play hardcore to get easier headshots. I think you can adjust the challenges to make it to a certain number of kills to unlock a camo instead of headshots. Or you can always make it to where you can, you know, reach a certain tier with a weapon that doesn't really adjust gameplay with the weapon or anything like that, or doesn't give anybody a certain advantage. But, you know, you can continue to add challenges for the weapon for a certain number of kills, or double kills, or triple kills, or quad feeds with that specific weapon. There's so many more challenges they can add to make it absolutely endless. And again, this improves on the prestige system as well. If you can keep on unlocking challenges and getting more XP, that'll make the game even more addictive, and it'll give you another reason to come back. So there you go. Number 19, we're almost done here. And this is not a necessity as well, but it's a good way to bring people together, and that is bring back Clan Wars, but as its own playlist mode when active. The problem with Clan Wars back in Call of Duty Ghosts, or in Advanced Warfare, was because they didn't have their own playlists. So therefore, whenever somebody that, like, let's say, just wanted to get on and play TDM, whenever there was a clan war going on, they'd get their ass handed to them whether they were good or not. And they just wanted to play solo, and they just wanted to get on like they usually do. But when there was a clan war, they'd usually go into free-for-all, like I did, because it was ridiculous having a 6-on-1, you know, when you just wanted to get on and play like you usually played. So if you're going to bring back Clan Wars, which I think you should, make it as its own playlist. And when it's active, make it accessible for those that want to do it. And number 20, certainly not last but not least, bring back theater mode. Theater mode is something that shouldn't be left out of Call of Duty. Now we're not. Now obviously I have a capture device, but there are some times when I just get awesome gameplays and I don't record for whatever stupid reason. Yes, and yes, I still make that mistake sometimes, even though I shouldn't. But there are people out there also that don't have capture devices that want to save their gameplays and say, hey, cool, I did this, or they want to watch it over again, or they want to save it for the future for when they do get a capture device, they can use that. Now, obviously, it's better to have a capture device than to rely on theater mode, but theater mode is an excellent option to have, and the community wants it. There shouldn't really be that much of a reason to keep it out. It doesn't really give that much lag into the game anyway. I mean, Black Ops 3 has theater mode, and Black Ops 3 is the best experience in terms of connection that I've had in a Treyarch game with my personal experience. Better than Black Ops 1, better than Black Ops 2, and Black Ops 3 has theater mode, so there you go. So that pretty much wraps up my COD 27 wish list. 20 things. I thought about them a lot, and I wrote them down so that way there wasn't anything that was missed, but that was pretty much it. So let it be known down in the comment section below. What do you guys think of this, and what would you personally like into the game, or what would you request, or what do you think? Let it be known down in the comment section. I'd absolutely love to hear back from you guys. I love the feedback. So I'm sorry about the video being long, but it's one of those things that you got to get a little bit of everything in there, so that way the discussion has some merit to it. So that pretty much wraps it up for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the commentary and the gameplay. And if you did, let me know. And if you didn't, let me know what I can do to make my videos better. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.